not be better for us to return to Egypt? Will it not be better for us to Japa? Some of you are dusting your passports right now. You're saying, Prophet, this might be my last Sunday here because I'm planning to move to Ghana. I heard that there is corn in Ghana. Listen, anything you touch in Ghana is $100. Fuel in Ghana is more expensive than fuel in Nigeria. Accommodation in Ghana is gold. You are the one that thinks your nation is bad. And I think this happens to people that don't really travel out of the country. If you go to Canada and you hear what Nigerians are going through, you will sit at home. Here, you can even call. You can come and say, please help me with transport. Urgent 2K. Over there, nobody's happy you. No work, no pay. You don't earn a dime, you don't get $1. You are OYO. If you greet them, you know how you be going and your eyes will jam someone's eye and say hello. They'll look at you like, I'm like, these people are so rude. They don't greet. So you can't even beg them for money. But you're not hearing what is going on over there. There was a box that I bought last year, July, August, summer. 2 years ago, I beg your pardon. Last year, when I went back to buy it, it had increased by 15 pounds. Before I left London, I needed that box again. You know these lightweight boxes I used to pack food. By the time I went there, it had doubled in price in 1 week. But you think you are the only one. You think it's only Nigeria that is feeling all of these things. The economic instability is everywhere. Everything is expensive. Everywhere. My friend told me that her shop in Ghana, she pays $4,000 a month for a plaza, small plaza. So she had to cut so that she can rent out to people. And you are here. You think Nigeria is the worst case scenario. You ain't seen nothing yet. We are in that season where, like Isaac, we must wait to hear God before we make moves. Otherwise, you will waste 10 years of your life and come back and be praying prayers of restoration. We're in that season where no matter what they are saying, if God says move, you move. We're in that season that no matter what they say, if God says don't move an inch, stay in this land, I will bless you here. If you stay, you will see the hand of the Lord. We're in that season where our obedience must be active, not passive. Our faith must be alive, not dead. Would it not be better for us to return to Egypt? Would it not be better for us to Japa?
Okay, so if you hear the first part of that particular message, you are likely going to be all attacking. But I think she made it very balanced. But guess what? It is that first part that was sold and bought until I stumbled on this video and then I listened through. Even though she made some inconsistent analogy or analytics at the beginning of the video, she tried to use her faith and knowledge of the Word of God to creating a balance sometime at the end, and that's fair, right? But somehow, because of these conversations of pastors deliberately trying to speak against people that have the intention to travel, right? If you had not heard the last part, and then the first part is what you hear every day on Sunday, you are likely going to even imagine to ask, what are pastors losing because members are traveling? Is it that, okay, it is not my platform I'm going to use to sell other ideology? But somehow it has become quite interesting to realize that it seems that some pastors, or maybe generally faith-based clerics and investors or stakeholders seem not very comfortable with the idea of young people trying to find better living outside of the shores of their country. And it's looking like while the politicians are deliberately trying to impoverish the people, there are some persons that are benefiting for the impoverishment of the people. And so because everybody has to begin to now trust God for some level of answers and some solutions to problems that were supposed not to be there in the first place. However, it is what it is. Again, I stand to be corrected. I think this lady balanced that message, not in the way of balancing the first part, but creating the fact that as a pastor, she had to also tell her people that they should hear from God. But again, like I said, there were some inconsistencies and wrong analytics or exaggerated falsehood that she had declared at the beginning of this video. And those things should not be allowed to continue. If she can see this video, just in case she should, I want to tell her that people that complain outside of the shores of Nigeria, first, let's even realize that people are also jackpotting to Nigeria. There are several Indians who are in Nigeria, several Chinese who are in Nigeria. I've seen some Britons who are in Nigeria. I've seen Germans, I've seen Lebanese, I've seen South Africans, I've seen Ghanaians and Kenyans, Togolese, Malians, Chadians, Nigerians. These guys are so I don't know why why we think that Nigerians who are relocating do not have sense, so to speak. Okay, I understand that there are many exaggerations, so many falsehoods, so many myths about traveling abroad, what it creates, what it presents, that people get there and begin to see that, oh, it is not as it has been said. But when you make this inside as if it's not a national gospel, it's not in the constitution, people should not dare it. Are you seeing people that get jobs with Google, get with Facebook, get with United Nations? They shouldn't travel if they know that leaving their country to a better place will help them to. The fact alone that you're able to get to an environment where you can get jobs, where you are, of course, there's no place where everybody is employed. But relatively, in some environmental societies, unemployment is as reduced as much as 2%, some 1.7%. In some places, as low as 0.9%. You don't want to check what is the unemployment rate for Nigerians. And even those that think they are employed, they are underemployed. Because either they are underemployed against their passions and skills and certificates, they are underemployed with the kind of wages they take home with. And then if people are working in an environment and they are able to pay bills based on the work that they do, I think that's fair. You want to ask Nigerians indeed if they will not pay higher bills as long as there are jobs for them to pay it, they would do. Let's not make this is not supposed to be for everybody. Most people are yet to travel from the country. Some have traveled, maybe because, of course, they found out that they were able to function in another society. But the way pastors are getting angry with this particular traveling thing, jackpot thing, it seems like there is. Let me not say it because, of course, it's not my platform I'm going to use to be creating the kind of fight backs, right? But I just think that we should let these things slide. The conversations are too much. Talk to your people if you can. If they find opportunity, people are applying for jobs outside. I have a South African friend, and then we'll be friends for a while. And then I know that this guy has been applying to work in a particular firm in Nigeria, and he's been doing requisite trainings for the last 3 years of his life so that he can get that job to work in Nigeria. So if Nigerians now also begin to apply for jobs to working in the United Kingdom, or working in the US or Canada or in Australia or in Germany or in Switzerland or anywhere, why is that a problem? Why do we make a mountain out of molehill? Why is that a problem? Why are we seeing this as if it's a big deal? Why can't people, you bought a bag and, of course, cost of living everywhere is increasing, but people are getting more and more powers to be able to purchase whatever they want to purchase. Unlike back home where majority, 70% of the people, if not even more, cannot even, their purchasing power, the president even said it was going to reduce purchasing power. So purchasing power is getting lesser and lesser by the day. At the end of the day, we just need to be guided, right? I think that's it, because I thought we were done with all this conversation. The next thing, this another one comes up, and then you have to now say, listen to. So what if the person listened to God and God said, and then you are even traveling around the world? How many of your members have passports? How many of them? And some of them have been working for the last 20, 10, 15, 5 years of their lives. They cannot even afford a passport, international passport of less than 100,000. But you are traveling. Your passion is taking around the world. Your gifts and ministry is taking around the world, right? Let's talk about empowerment. Empower these people and let them live. If somebody really empowered will not be thinking of going to sit yourself into a country where you have to pay bills practically so that you can live. Get the country to be fixed. Speak to government. Make adjustment. Raise some of your money and invest in some businesses. Employ a large. If people are well employed, that whatever they are taking home can actually take care of them, you will not be seeking for greener pastures everywhere. Of course, there are other people that have got other dreams. Some people want to have better legacies for their children. Some people want to ensure that they give their children or their families alternate passports and alternate residence, so that somehow they can have better opportunities for themselves and not be limited by where you come from, so that they can have opportunity to explore and get advantage or get cutting edges around the world. So all that's different, right? That's why I keep saying your focus is your focus. Sometimes it is not just if some persons actually look at what they earn, what they currently worth, they will not even leave the country. But they are just thinking, I don't want my kids or my family to go through this harrowing experience of trying to get to where I am now. I want them to have better opportunities where they are. So they pay the ultimate sacrifice. But that's not what we are talking about today. Empower these people, madam, and let us rest. I catch you another time. I'm out of here.